for
Not
later.
cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Hello Tanzania.
Our final episode
Our
of season
final
one.
episode of season 1. Oh my God. It's such a, it's not even a bittersweet moment. It's just a nice
It's
moment
like, wow,
right
we
now.
made it. 13 episodes.
13 episodes in. This is episode 14. We're closing season 1. We've been through the most.
I'm proud of us.
I know. We've been through the most on this episode, guys. Thank you for being part of the journey. As always, oh my God, we just dived into it. For those of you who don't know us, I'm Lucinda.
And I'm your host with the most, Joanne.
So we've had 13 episodes with some of the most incredible guests, people from so many different backgrounds, all Tanzanian, all different upbringings, different stories, all of them coming back home with the same goal, finding their footing here
Identity.
and doing some great stuff in the country.
They're doing great stuff. You guys. Keep going.
So as we're rounding up this particular season, we're just going to do like a little recap into some of the stories that we had. Some of the lessons that we picked up as well. For those of you guys who didn't have the time to go through all the other past episodes, we are going to try and kind of round this up. So in no particular order, I want us to start with the most common, of course, the identity tug of war.
Yeah.
It wasn't our first episode. I wish it was, but it wasn't.
But I think our first episode was pretty cool too.
Yeah, I mean, our first was us again. Oh.
Started
Full
with
circle
us.
moment, hey?
Ended with us.
Full circle moment. Our first episode was us. So the identity tug of war, we covered issues on knowing your culture, knowing the society, knowing your country, but not really knowing
Feeling
it.
like you belong.
Not feeling like you belong. You come back here, somehow you stand out, even though you understand the language, you understand the culture, but you don't really get it because of the different nuances in the country, in the communities rather, sorry. The different nuances that you find, the way society has changed and moved on without you. And so there's a bit of a disconnect there. And so just to touch on that, one of the other things that came up, and which also we made an episode of it, the language barrier. It plays a big role in culture, in customs, in the community, the society, and everything. So as we're like rounding up, just what were some of your highlights from those two particular episodes? Actually, we did those with Charlotte. So what were some of the things that you picked up from that? And I know a lot of it was very relatable to both of us, actually. So what were some of the things that you picked up?
First of all, I think what Charlotte's episode highlighted the most was the fact that we all have a bit of self-doubt, especially when we come back. And a lot of things have changed. Society has changed. And now you have to integrate back into that, But one thing that, like, the biggest lesson that I took away from that episode was as long as you're confident with yourself, excuse me, as long as you're confident with yourself, then it's okay. Because, sometimes we might feel like, oh my God, my Swahili is not good enough. Or, like for me personally.
And it isn't.
It isn't at all.
It really isn't.
Like for me personally, I can say something in Swahili and somebody might giggle at me. But at the end of the day, stuff still gets done. Does that make sense? So what I picked up from Charlotte's episode is, you know what? We're not coming back to Tanzania necessarily like to try and integrate into Tanzania. I don't think there's anything bad about standing out, and that's what makes you different, So it's all about your confidence, and you don't have to forget that, hey, I grew up in Dubai or I grew up wherever, Just that's a part of my story, but I'm still Tanzanian at the end of the day. So you just got to claim it,
And there's also the issue of cultural values versus the personal growth that you endure when you're abroad, and some of the gendered expectations, if I should put it that way, issues on marriage, lifestyle, choices in your career, for example. You come back to Tanzania. We've had this conversation before where a young woman, you're living on your own, you're not married.
Yeah.
When are you getting married? Questions
Yeah.
like that, like those expectations. When you come back, you meet those, but like the balancing and how you navigate that, because you
Yeah.
have your identity, you already know who you
Yeah.
are, you've got your goals set out. When you come back, you're still figuring out this whole thing. And then you have the aunties.
And whispering in you. Okay, so thank God for me, I'm still a bit young. I'm on the young side, so
No, you're not.
nobody.
You're literally in the marriage era.
So then,
why are they not on your case?
No one's on my case yet. So thankfully for me, I haven't really gone through that yet. But at the end of the day, I think we should be supporting young ladies who want to start finding their own identities, living on their own. You don't necessarily have to get married. And I think where Tanzania is today, I think people are coming to that realization that, hey, if I don't want to live in my parents' house anymore and I'm making enough money to pay my rent, then why not, you know?
To quote Dr. Sifa, you have no business getting married
Yeah.
before 30.
Period. Yeah.
It was a very controversial comment, though, because I think she mentioned it as well in one of the X Spaces conversations that we had. And we got some very interesting comments on social media.
I mean, we're not against marriage. If you feel like right now you're 24, because I'm 24, let me just expose myself, and you found your life partner and you want to do this life thing together, then go ahead.
Go for
but
it, yeah.
honestly, Sifa was right. Like, you really don't have any business getting married. Because you know what, Lucinda, the thing is, a lot of people haven't lived by themselves, you know?
You don't know yourself,
You
and
don't
you want to
know
go
yourself,
live with
yeah.
a person.
And then now you want to get married and go live with somebody else. So like, where was that time that you've taken to discover who you are as a person, like by yourself? You
Yeah.
feel me? So like, how are you gonna get straight from your parents' house and then go to your marriage house and then like, you know, that's
I
the
mean, yeah,
disconnect.
people do that,
Yeah.
and it's normal.
Yeah,
you know,
here.
but
It's
it's.
weird.
I think we've gotten to a point where we should be able to give grace and not
Yeah.
to be too harsh and judgmental.
Yeah.
When young women actually choose to do life on their own for a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
And
It's
I do,
important.
like, I personally do agree with what Dr. Sifa said. At my age, I'm over 30, and I still have moments where I'm just like, marriage. Ugh.
I've gotten too comfortable being by myself.
Exactly. I've
Maybe
gotten
that's
so
what people
comfortable.
are scared.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
Comfortability, peace.
The notion that get married young, I actually read this somewhere, is they want to marry off women young because once women figure themselves out,
The power they stand in.
yeah, men can't handle that.
Yeah.
And
It's kind of.
we
it's
might
true.
have a bit of some very interesting comments on this one, but
Yeah.
I stand by what I say.
The naivety is what they're looking
Yeah,
for.
I'm like we get to a point where once you know yourself, you know what you like, you know what kind of life you want, where you come from, how you were brought up.
Yeah.
You know, all those things. The older you get, the
Yeah.
more they sort of like seep into you. And
It becomes your lifestyle.
it becomes your lifestyle.
And
yeah.
you know, unfortunately, this whole thing about getting married young, like a lot of women will realize that about themselves way later into
Yeah.
their marriage, and then they're like, "Holy damn,
Too
holy
late,
crap!"
yeah.
Like,
And the crazy thing
I'm
is, like,
tied down.
a lot of the young women that I've encountered with from the diaspora who are back aren't married.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
And it's such a peaceful place. But like it does create that tug of war when you come back, because people are
The
looking at you and
pressure's
they're like, when are you
like,
getting
there's
married?
something
you know,
wrong with you.
You
What
know,
did you do?
You know,
Why are
you
you
don't even have, and then there's some who don't
unmarriable?
even have kids. So they're like,
Yeah.
you don't even have a kid.
Yeah.
You need to get a man. You know, things like that. So
Yeah.
it creates that
Why would a
clash
man
with
be
culture.
there?
Yeah, it creates that clash with culture. And yeah, so for those of you guys who missed that episode, I think these were our third and fourth episodes with Charlotte. Yeah, we dove into all those aspects, and I think my my biggest takeaway was definitely you have no business getting married at
After
30.
30. Because it's true. Like, I need to know myself as a woman. So even when I do get married, you know.
But also, another thing that I really appreciated was like, it's okay, just putting your best foot forward, because
Always.
that example that she gave of putting on makeup and people looking at her weird, when for her it's just a regular Tuesday.
First of all, I listened to Shira 7, okay? And she said, never leave your house looking like your problems, girl.
I don't even know who Shira 7 is. I have my sister. She was like, look good.
Always, never
Dress
leave
up.
the house looking crazy.
Why are you walking around looking like that?
Yeah. It's true. And I
So-
live by that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like always like put your best foot forward. When people aren't familiar with something, they're always going to look at it weird. They're always going to feel some type of way about it. And that's quite normal. It's literally even in biology, a parasite or bacteria
You have
invades
to
your
make
body.
yourself look good.
The
Attractive.
white blood cells are going to fight it.
Yeah.
So, actually, the article I did on culture, I compared us coming back home to parasites.
Yeah.
And I have a friend of mine who laughs at this, but I'm like, that's exactly what it feels like. You come here and you have this community that is home and you should know them, but then culture says 1, 2, 3, and you don't really, I don't want to say subscribe to that culture, but like you're not
You don't
really
really
familiar.
agree with it.
Yeah.
You just agree to disagree.
Yeah, let's leave room to agree and to disagree, And so because of that, you essentially just become some type of parasite, because now everything you do is either questioned or fought against.
But then, Lucy, can I also ask you this? You see, it's drawing back to the boundaries thing about, like, for example, me and you are natural loners. I love being alone. Like, I just love it. So, like, coming back home, like, especially in Tanzania, that's not the culture. And we were laughing about the hand-holding thing. Like, people are very close here. Okay?
Super close. What's with that?
Super close.
So touchy.
Yeah. So
Guys,
touchy. Like, you can just talk to me. You don't have to
touch me.
for me to hear you. But like, so like, if you're a natural loner and you come back to an environment where everybody's super close or whatever, I think some people kind of also look at you weird, like, oh, mwache tu anapenda, anapenda tu kuwa mwenyewe or something like. It's like,
unajitenga, like, I've heard
like,
such comments, and you're still not living alone, right?
Yeah.
When I started being on my own, like you'd have people want to show up, and I don't want you in my space.
It's like, this is my space. I'm here for a reason.
I came from work. I'm exhausted. I just need to have a moment. And then someone like, hi, I was in your neighborhood. Okay. And
keep moving, please.
And I think people got so comfortable with it. Like one of the first places I stayed at was very easy access.
Oh.
And I remember this one day I came from work, I'm tapped out, and I just literally passed out on the couch, and somebody comes to my place and calls, and my phone rings, but I'm like, absolutely not. And so I didn't answer the phone, called a couple of times, and I heard him outside knocking and calling and knocking and calling, like, do I have your kidney?
Yeah.
Why are you not leaving?
Yeah. Like, please.
And so eventually
not
this
to be
person
at
leaves.
home in your own house.
Imagine the discomfort. This person has to leave. He finally leaves, rather, and then later, like much later at night, he calls me and he's like, I was at your place, so I picked up that night call.
You
I
were
picked up. It's like,
safe.
I was at your place, I called, you didn't answer, I could hear your phone ringing, and I'm like,
why do you feel so entitled?
where do you
to
even
be
get
in
the
my-
audacity
my
to come
space?
at me overhearing my phone ring? I didn't answer your phone, your call, rather, like, move on, and I had to lie. Mind you, my own space. I had to lie and be like, oh, I went out to the market real quick. I must have left my phone at home. That's probably around the time that you came. Why am I lying?
Yeah, because people, if you just were straightforward, I feel like people won't understand.
Oh, he would have been pissed.
Yeah.
He would have been pissed. Like, that's not how we live here. And it took me a minute. Took me not to understand, to be comfortable with saying, no, I don't want you in my space.
And they get so offended, and it's like, why are you offended? I feel like voicing your opinions here is like such like you have to be really strong because
The
people really be catching
entitlement.
feelings over nothing for real. Like it's
When
just
are you
I'm just
cooking
drawing
for
my
me?
boundaries.
Like the when are you cooking for me? I
Bro,
wanna
when
come
you
out.
buy all the ingredients and pay for
No,
my
even
gas.
if you buy the ingredients, I'm not cooking for you. I don't want you
The
in my
entitlement.
space.
The entitlement.
Period. So like that, the creating the boundaries, that trying to figure out if I say something, how would
Yeah.
I be perceived? How
Yeah.
will people look at me? Will I be stepping on anybody's toes? And is it a warranted stepping on toes?
Yeah,
type
because
of
sometimes you gotta
situation?
step on some
Sometimes you
toes.
really gotta step on those toes. You know, so it took a very long time. I think my entire first year of being on my own, I had to be comfortable with saying no, be comfortable with not answering requests to visit. I had to be comfortable with whatever it was I was trying to do, because I realized if I start pleasing everybody, if I start saying yes to everything just because their friends or
And
their
people know how
extended
to take
family,
things
yeah, they would
far.
take advantage of
Yeah.
it. I'm going to get worn out. And as you said, I'm like the whole loner introvert
Yeah.
thing just.
Guys, we're not loners. We're not introverts. We just know when to recharge our batteries.
No, I'm very much an introvert. I
Okay,
talk
I'm
a
not an
lot. I
introvert.
talk a lot, but like one on one.
Yeah.
You
An extra. What did Kendrick Lamar said? An extroverted,
introvert.
some introvert or something like that.
It's not even an extroverted introvert or
He said something.
ambivert situation. No, I'm just an introvert. I just when
The
I'm
journalist
comfortable,
in you. Yeah.
when I'm comfortable, and then the on the career side, yes, as a journalist, as a PR person,
Yeah.
you need to talk to people. So I do have that
Yeah.
persona
Yeah.
that
It's
I
a
have to put
persona.
on
Yeah.
when I come to work. So this is work. I will talk. I will question things. I will challenge things. This is work related. But if you find me sitting at the mall on my own, I'm not lonely.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm
I
not
love my
bored.
company.
I am very okay. I am very happy. Do not approach me.
Yeah.
Do not tap me. Do not.
Don't come. Like I had this really weird
I probably
experience
have
at
my
a
headphones
restaurant.
on and I'm like on some other planet, and I'm
Thinking your
very
own
okay.
thoughts.
Yeah.
I had this very weird experience at a restaurant the other day. I was just doing my thing because I take myself out on dates all the time. So I'm sitting on my table, I'm scrolling on TikTok. Like you can definitely tell, like I am content. And then this old man just came and sat on my table and ordered his,
always
and I'm
the
just
old
there
man.
like, what? And then he's trying to talk to me, and I'm like, bro, can you not see? I have my, like, I'm not here to conversate.
So that actually happened to
not-
me
yeah.
at Mlimani.
Yeah.
Terrible day, not terrible day, more like a difficult day from work. And I was like, I need a glass of whiskey, but I still don't want to go home. So I passed by Samaki, got myself a glass, and I just sat there and just like processing the whole day. You know, I was
Yeah.
just processing the day. I wasn't even
Yeah.
having I wasn't having food or anything like that. I just needed a moment to quiet. And I think the chaos, I kind of thrive on the chaos around me, even though I'm not talking to anyone.
Just
So
the
yeah,
noise.
like even in uni,
Yeah.
I was very okay studying at the cafeteria over studying in the library. I cannot deal with the silence.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm there, I'm going through everything that was
motions.
happening throughout the day. I'm putting things into perspective, like the gears are turning in my head.
Yeah.
And then I receive a second glass of the drink that I'm having.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I didn't order this.
and she's like, oh, he sent it to you. I'm like, so I,
I mean,
take my
okay.
glass. I'm like, thank you. I'm back to minding my business. I finish that. He sends me a second one. And I'm like,
Is he trying to marinate you?
okay, now
Uh,
I just say thank you and went back to my business. And then he walks up to my table.
uh,
Let me tell you, the conversation I had with this man.
you're even nice. I don't even talk to. I honestly
I
just
told
look
him, I
past
told him
them.
that I told him that thank you. I was like, thank you for the drinks,
Yeah.
but I really need to be alone.
Yeah.
There's something that I'm dealing with right now. I just need a moment. And he went from 0 to 100 in like seconds. Went on about how I'm accepting his drinks, and I was like, "Phew, how much?
Baby, yeah.
Can I have your number?" Sent him the money for the drink immediately. I was like, don't play games with me like that. Now go.
Yeah.
I got like a barrage of. I know it was kind of, there was a part of me that was definitely an AH there with the way I told him to move.
Not the AH.
Yeah, the way I told him
Censored.
to keep it moving.
Yeah.
But that on that part, I might admit that, yeah, I was a bit extra harsh.
Yeah.
But he really did piss me off.
And he's a man, like.
Exactly. So that
The fact that
imagine
he
like
even
I'm
sent
sending
you the number so you can repay him.
He
is
thought I was gonna save his number,
crazy.
send you the money back, and then I'm done. Block immediately. Don't play games like that with me. So yes, I'm very much an introvert, but I can like my job has forced. No, my job has really forced me to learn how to deal with people.
Yeah.
And I think I still am learning because
People
are draining.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Guys.
Especially when they don't understand what you're talking about.
So yeah. And
I
then
don't mind
now
being
you
the
also
villain.
have the language aspect. Mind you, we're working in Tanzanian media. There's certain etiquette that I met, and I was like, damn. So this is what it is. So on top of like trying to figure this out, there's still the language issue.
Yeah.
I still struggle to read like
I don't even bother reading Swahili. Thing is, I don't. I'll read the first word and then I'll be like, yeah,
even
I'm
text.
tired. In text, yeah. I'm just there like, okay. If it's short and sweet, then of course I'll put in the effort. But if you're sending me a whole paragraph in Swahili, I'm not gonna read that. I'm sorry. I'll just reply with like a laughing emoji, even if it's the saddest thing ever.
I really try to read like, but of course they shouldn't be too long.
My brain hurts.
And if I'm reading a Swahili text, like I need absolute silence.
Like maximum concentration.
Don't talk to me, because the moment you distract me, I have to start afresh, you know? And I remember there was this one person, I don't even know this person, by the way, sent me a very long text. And I politely told him, what is this about? I don't understand it. So this was even before I could properly speak Swahili. This was way, way back. So I was like, I don't really understand this. And this man, in his perfect English, had the audacity to tell me, use Google Translate. I was like, you're not serious.
So you could talk English all that time?
You could have done all this in English?
This could have been an email.
This could have been an English text? And you made a point to tell me, use Google. Oh,
child.
Blocked immediately.
What the hell?
I was like, audacity.
Men have audacity.
Audacity.
We never got around to our relations season 2, you guys.
Oh my God, yes.
Season
No,
2.
that's a season 2 episode, because that one is going to have both
men and women.
both men and women, and also the mix. We want both diaspora and
Tanzania.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I'm so excited.
We're definitely going to do that one. Yeah, so
make sure you stay tuned, you guys.
Yes, we started off with just laying the groundwork on some of the challenges that people face. With Dr. Sifa and Eva, we touched a lot actually. That was basically the entire conversation on boundaries. Yes,
all those. Yeah.
Exactly. Navigating the different pressures in careers, in marriages, the cultural expectations versus the realities that people faced and so forth, and also learning how to say no.
Yeah.
It's such a heavy word in Tanzanian context.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And now that we're talking about it, my God, I'm biting my tongue. I'm sorry, guys.
Take a deep breath.
So on Mondays, in the health magazine, we have a contributor called Haika. And this past Monday, she wrote an article on learning to say no. I think you guys should really check that article out. It should be on the website. And basically actually Haika I think she's still a student in psychology, if I'm not wrong, in human behavior. And she talks a lot about issues on setting boundaries in different areas of life, be it relationship, be it family, career, school, so on and forth and so forth. So she actually said something about how the word no in Tanzania is such a heavy word. You're asked for mchango. If you say no, people look at you like, how dare you?
I don't know. There's just this sense of entitlement that goes around.
But she
and it's
does
like,
give like a bit of advice that you can say no, but
yeah,
so maybe like family, let's say they want you to give mchango for a wedding. No, I'm not able to give this amount, but I can help with 1, 2, 3. It kind of,
but why do you have to compromise? You know,
that's the thing.
the
Like
thing.
it's family, I guess. But with the culture, excuse me, with the culture that we are in, there has to be a give and take kind of thing, if I should put it that way, or a compromise, like a middle ground. I'm not able to give you money. I may be financially stable, yes, but I don't want to give this money, but I can help you design your wedding invitation cards. You know, I can offer this service in kind, you know, and of course it should have its boundaries. Imagine I have an event decorating company.
Yeah.
I ask you for mchango. What would be cheaper, for you to give me mchango or to decorate the hall for me?
Yeah.
You know? So I might say, no, I cannot give mchango, but I also can't decorate for you. Or I might decline to decorate, but I give mchango.
Mchango, yeah.
And still, people would look at you like...
And then it's labeled as selfish.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's not selfishness.
Yeah,
It's,
so
I'm
like on that
looking
episode, you
after
know, the
myself.
boundaries, the learning to say no. And it's a full sentence. I get that hiker's argument, you know, but I think in the article somewhere down there, she does also mention that it is a full sentence on its own, and you can say no, and you're not gonna die.
Period. No, full stop.
You won't die, you know.
Life keeps
so
rolling.
we did that, and we did have an episode with Mahatma.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, proper hustler in Tanzania who's not using his social media to its maximum capacity.
Potential.
You know, and then some of the personal journeys actually that we had that kind of made me think twice about my experience in both good and bad ways. The first being Jafari. How has Jafari been in Tanzania and not had street food?
Bruh, we
This
need
guy.
to fix that. He's in Arusha
I know
now. When he
we
comes
promised
back,
you guys, we promised you guys that
A
we're
day in
going
a
to
life.
do, Jafari takes on street food, Jafari takes on public transport in TC. So yes, that one is definitely,
proper diet for a kid, for real.
yeah, that one is definitely going to happen. But I think I loved the resilience that Anissa showed. She's like a proper big sis, you know, building her brand here, the consistency that she's
Everybody,
had.
even Garrett. No, not Garrett. There was some business owners from Zanzibar. Something.
Arnold.
Arnold, yes,
Yeah.
that's the one. I think all our guests showed so much resilience.
So much resilience. Joe.
Yeah, all of them were like, you know what, we're here.
We're doing this.
We're doing this.
Yeah, we're
and
doing
they're
this
doing
thing.
great.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And Faith as well.
Yeah.
You know, Faith is a lab tech, you know, she's a proper
Bruh,
scientist.
a proper
but
scientist,
she's
but
a baker.
got her hustle.
She's got a hustle thing going.
Bakeries,
She's a
oils, everything.
You know, so
Yeah.
like there's a certain resilience that it's a
Comes
kind of a
with coming
quiet
back home.
resilience, but it comes from the experience that we're forced to have when
Yeah.
we move back. Because some don't really have that cushion when they come back home, and you need to stand on your 2 feet before you're fully broke.
Yeah.
You know, and so I loved having those experiences.
Yeah.
Because
They
you know
said
when
even
you're
with our broken Swahili,
we will
you
still
will
get it
still
done.
understand us.
That was faith.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it kind of made it, I don't know, should I say validated my crazy?
Yeah.
Because, you know, for the longest time, I always thought, how is it that me, like, I thought I was so adaptable. Like, I can live practically anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, I've lived in so many places. Some places even without my parents, on my own, figuring this thing out. And why was I struggling here?
Yeah.
So like hearing all these stories and seeing that the challenges are there, they may not be exactly the same, but they're very much shared.
Shared, yeah.
And
like the time thing.
The time, oh my God, time.
Yes,
I know I've
time
been
is
saying
a
we're going
real
to get back
current-
to time, and we are killing our
reoccurring
time right
issue.
now. But guys,
Guys, let's work on that. Come on now.
we really need to change as a country.
Yeah, because like
We have got to
can't-
do better.
We can't be that black people. Or we can't. It's a stereotype we must defeat.
Oh my God, we live in this stereotype so bad.
Guys, we're proving them right. Come on, be on time.
Oh my God, like every guest that we've had on this
It's a
table,
reoccurring
time was such a recurring issue.
Yes.
And
Time. African
we
timing
have
is
got
real.
to do better. We really have to do better.
As a nation.
But honestly, I did appreciate that in as much as time has been such a challenge, people don't really keep time.
And it's taught them
We
patience.
have still been true to our upbringings because none of our guests were late.
Yeah.
Did we have any guests who was
We
late?
didn't actually. Even if they were late, it was like 5 minutes. But
And
most
they
of them were
always like
punctual.
communicate that I'm
Yeah.
running a little bit
Yeah.
late. So I love that we came back home, we
it's-
found this
yeah.
challenge, and still somehow we're like, nope, we're not going
We're
to.
not falling.
We're not
We
falling
will
for
not-
this
we will
particular
not,
one.
yeah.
You know, so we need to do better on
But
time,
then
guys.
you said that it taught you patience, and it taught you how to deal with people, and it taught you how to talk to people. So
Patience.
it teaches you.
I mean,
But don't let anyone waste your time, you guys.
patience.
Patience. Because, for example, like with the places that you go to get served by government
See,
buildings
those ones
and
I
stuff,
don't really have a
you see?
choice.
Yeah.
Those I don't really
You
have
just
a
have
choice.
to
But like
sit down.
one-on-one, you're not gonna keep me waiting for hours. You know.
Didn't you have a horror story where somebody kept you waiting for like a whole hour?
First place I worked in,
Yeah.
not hours. We were
Hours.
supposed to meet at 11,
Yeah.
and this person showed up at the mall at 1.
At one. So what?
And
what
I
did you
remember
do?
seeing him park, and I was like, I'm out.
Because like what the hell?
And then he called my boss to complain. I was like, 11, 12, 1, 3 hours. 3 hours, guys, 3. No, let's be serious. Let's be serious. But then also we touched on the workplace.
yeah.
That episode with Patrick Foyer.
Yeah.
I love that we did a lot of yapping and he was constantly shocked about,
Yeah.
some of the challenges that we were bringing up. And I think of all the episodes that we had, that was the one that left the guest walking away with more to think about than more to vent on.
Yeah.
Which was still which is still one of the biggest goals of this particular conversation.
Yeah.
It's not just coming to vent and complain and, share
It's something you
trauma.
can reflect
but
on.
you have to walk away with something. And
Yeah.
I love that Patrick said in his little corner of the world, he is going to be more mindful. And I think this is something that different organizations can take up.
Yeah.
If you have Tanzanians coming back and reintegrating
Yeah.
into your environment, it's very important to
Understand that
understand.
they're juggling a lot of
they're
things.
juggling a lot of things. The change, the
Language,
workspace
everything, boundaries.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
might
lot.
be a bit of a shocker for them, and you should be able to extend some type of grace to them.
Yeah.
I don't think many organizations might have in place room, for example, like even Patrick mentioned that they don't exactly have programs unless they have like a big influx of foreigners. But we're not necessarily saying you should create programs, of reintegration.
Like
It's more of-
orientation.
just understand that, these people are struggling with a
Yeah.
lot, and
Extend them grace.
And
help when you can. of
Exactly. And
course.
create an environment where people can actually
Thrive.
not just thrive, but also share the challenges that they face so that they
Yeah.
find the necessary help.
Yeah.
Because, for example, even with me, some of the challenges I faced, I didn't know who to approach.
Yeah.
Because for somebody who's been in this community, who's grown up in this culture, it might seem like a very trivial thing,
Yeah.
but it's impeding my work. It's making it difficult for me to even just want to come to work. So I think also creating a space that helps people feel that they can open up in their places of work
Yeah.
and not get judged for something that might come off as trivial to the other person is very important. Yeah, that was my take out on the reintegration into the workforce. You're still new into the workforce. You're still figuring out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Can't touch on that too much, me. I'm still just observing.
you're still a newbie, but you need, at this point, like,
Yeah. At this point, it's almost like what Mjusi had said, that, yo, I just come to work and do my work. I am not even interested in having office friends because, damn, when stuff goes down, you
but
realize
Patrick
you
said
never
it's
actually had
also
friends.
important to have friends in the workplace.
You can have acquaintances, allies.
So I had a question, actually. It made me think a lot. We recently had like a family funeral, right? And it highlighted the fact that if I go through something, I probably won't tell,
Yeah.
My place of work.
Yeah.
Not that they're bad people or anything. That's not what I'm saying. It's just, being an introvert and that those strict boundaries that I've created for myself, it feels like oversharing.
Yeah.
One, and who would I expect?
And also, how do you merge your personal? Then after you do that, like, how do you separate your personal life from your professional life?
Yeah, then there's that feeling of awkwardness when I come back, because I didn't like really tell people. I just told my boss, and so that was okay. And I think he's the one who told you guys in the group. But like, I've seen people make like public announcements, and I'm like, how do you come back to work after that? Feels.
All eyes on you.
Yeah, and the pole. I told you I hate that word.
Yeah. Because like, what's pole? Like, pole is
It
not.
gets on everyone on my last nerve. And I know it's well meaning. I don't take away from that. I really appreciate it. It's like when somebody gives me a compliment, I don't know what to do with that compliment. Like, thank you. Okay, it's awkward. Okay,
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so there's also that, like, in the workspace, like, boundaries. People would want to definitely be there for you, but how do you go out of your comfort zone and involve your colleagues, and where do you draw the line? Once people have been into a certain aspect of your personal life, how do you redraw that line back?
Yeah.
Okay,
why are you looking for me for answers?
No, I want your opinion, because I'm like,
I think that's why it's important for me personally. The team that we work with is very small. It's just me, you, Dennis, and Juicy, and the other lady that I've only ever met once. So like, for me personally, I know those are my coworkers. That's my team. Everybody else is just like side characters, so those are the main important people, and we work very closely together. So like, I don't know. I don't think it's kind of been blurred for me, because you guys, I would consider you guys my friends as well, but also I would like, you're still my boss at the end of the day, but I am comfortable enough to come and tell you, hey, Lucy, like, for example, this is what's going on, A, B, C, and D, and then, we move forward from there. So I really feel like it's the relationship, the type of relationship you have. Don't go blabbering your business to people who have no business being in your business. Do you know what I'm saying?
But then, like, on the other side, I feel like we have our colleagues who are perhaps might take it as, you're not really being a team player. Why are you being so guarded?
I mean, as long as I deliver the work that pays me,
you're not paying attention to the social
why
setup.
Why do you want to know so much about me? Is the question you should be asking them.
See, you see the balance. This is why, like, on season 2, we're definitely going to be having local Tanzanians who grew up here, and mix it with the diaspora folks, because this is, if it's just a one-sided conversation, we don't really get to understand what the other side is thinking or how they're perceiving these challenges that we have, so I don't want to speak on their behalf because I've not been in that position, but I think this is something we'll definitely have to ask,
I'm excited.
Perhaps the insights that I would get might motivate me in the future to involve people in my personal.
Don't do it.
I know. I cannot. I cannot. Oh my God,
It's a
that's
dangerous world we
oh
live
Lord,
in.
that's crazy. So I think across the episodes, some of the big, um, like the bigger picture, the bigger lessons across all the episodes, or rather the themes that came out, I would say would be firstly communication. You know, in terms of the languages, this was an obvious recurring barrier for all of us. We heard how Jafari speaks. We heard how Ian speaks.
Yeah.
Ian is doing so well. Ian is doing
Shout out to you,
so well.
Ian. You
So
keep
well,
going,
man. Like the
okay?
first time I met Ian, that Swahili was non-existent. Of course, then there was the issue of identity and belonging,
Yeah.
which is also Joe. I think he mentioned it with the dreadlocks and the piercings, and you know the worry.
You just have to be
Yeah,
unapologetically
yeah,
you.
the confidence that he exudes now. You know,
Yeah,
it's you find the people that are comfortable with you. You find your tribe, if I should put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also family and
Boundaries.
the social setups, especially for. I loved how Faith is so out there now, because Faith was not like that in Namibia.
Yeah.
Faith was not like that in
She
Nam.
broke
Hey?
out of her cocoon.
She's gotten out of her cocoon. She's such an entrepreneur. You saw how she was hustling all of us to
Yeah.
buy stuff
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
day.
yeah. I love
you
that.
know?
Yeah.
Oh my God, she wore us down. She talked us down.
Yeah.
But like, that resilience makes her thrive
Yeah.
in this community. You know, she now does all these pop-up shops and her businesses are growing, you know. Yeah, so back to social and family expectations, you know, the traditional paths that people expect you to conform to. That was one of the many themes that came up. And then, of course, the workplace and business realities. We've touched a lot on that. The cultural nuances, time being number one. Time being the top.
Yeah.
Top. I don't know. Like,
I swear to God, it's the
time is such a pain
recurring
point.
subject.
Like,
Yeah.
this is always going to be my reaction every time we have an issue about time.
Yeah, mine is always gonna be like,
Eish.
I knew it was coming, I just
Eish.
didn't know when.
And then, of course, yeah, so there was also the issue of resilience and growth. We had to be tough cookies
Yes.
to make it in this community.
Yeah.
Um,
And stand our ground,
and
like
stand our ground. There's
Yeah.
some people who are fortunate enough to have, you know, family to come back home to, and then there are those who's
Just
like
from-
for me, you know, my parents are not here, so
Yeah.
I was doing this thing on my
Solo.
own, you know.
Yeah.
So had I had, let's say, family that I could fall back on here, perhaps my story might have been different, my experiences might have been different, but I don't think I would do it any other way, if I'm being quite honest.
Yeah.
I don't see, I really don't see it if I could have ever done it any other way. So, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's also the aspect of community and connections, especially on the side of business. We had Gilbert, we had Arnold, Jafari. I think all the business
yeah.
people that we had on this table talked about the importance of creating connections and going out there, meeting people. I'm still struggling with that, but I have to.
Me too, girl.
I have to, but it's very important. You're setting up a business. You're starting life here. You need people. You
Yeah.
can't do it on your own. So the community that you build around yourself and the connections that you make, they shape how, you know, your life turns out.
Yeah.
And of course, they become the connection for your kids in the future. You don't want your kid to say,
Hey, mommy,
I'm
you don't
struggling.
even
You know, you want to
anyone.
be like, one call. My baby's sorted.
Yeah, period. That's how it should be.
That's how it should be. I mean, it should be like a generational thing.
Yeah.
So this has been like an incredible season. I'm
really
sure we've all
has.
learned a lot, and
Met a lot of awesome people.
yeah, we really did. We really did. And as we're rounding this first season, we're going to take a very short production break. We want to give you guys time
To digest
everything we talked about. Our episodes are quite lengthy.
Yeah.
So now you guys don't have an excuse to that there's something new.
And we're
every
very
week.
interesting, guys. They're not boring.
I know we yap a
episodes.
lot, but like we talk sense.
We talk sense.
We talk a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to take a little bit of a short break.
A
Just
hiatus.
yeah, like every good product must always take a break, breathe, recuperate, celebrate what you've achieved so far. We've had some incredible feedback.
Yes.
Some of the guests that reached out to us through our social media, we've invited to the podcast. So you're going to see a whole lot of new faces
Yes.
in the next
Season
season.
2.
It might have longer episodes. It might have shorter episodes. Depends on what moods we wake up
But
in.
don't worry, guys.
But don't
Your
worry, it's
favorite
always going
yappers
to
are
be
not
something
going anywhere.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as we are starting to round up, I want to ask you, like, what's one, based on everything that we've had, like, heard, we've discussed, we've shared, what's one culture shock that you're still struggling to adjust to?
I think it's the touchiness. I'm still on that. I started
People
this
so
in
touchy.
season 1.
People
I
so
said this,
touchy.
yeah. I said this in season 1, and I think it's only fitting for me to end with it.
Yeah.
Full circle moment. It's still the touchiness. I don't like it. Even in
And it still
Dala
happens.
Dalas, even that. And just the whole boundaries thing is still one of my biggest icks. But yeah. Yeah. What about you?
My biggest culture shock that I'm still struggling to adapt to has got to be time right after language.
Okay.
Really? No. Is it? I mean, yes, time is definitely still like a serious pain point for me because
Yeah.
how?
Yeah.
But also, I think the shock that people often have when they realize I am as Tanzanian as they are, that doesn't shock me. It's not that I've struggled to adjust. It always fascinates me every time that happens.
Yeah, it's like,
You know? Like the other time I was telling
Surprise.
someone we were making mandazi, he's like, you can make mandazi. I'm like,
yeah.
yeah. I don't do it often. I don't like doing it,
Yeah.
but I can.
I think that's a really good strong point that you just mentioned when people get shocked that you're just as Tanzanian as they are.
Yeah.
It's such a delight to me because I've been telling you this whole time I'm Tanzanian. I
And,
don't
like, you
know
didn't
what's
believe
so
that, like,
shocking.
And then you tell people like, growing up, my mom used to beat me for 1, 2, 3. You guys got bitten?
Yeah.
Duh. Probably even more than you guys.
Bruh, even more.
Like, my mom
They're like, you're
used
not
to
gonna go out, act out in somebody else's
that
country.
auntie used to make a sport out of punishment. So
Yeah.
why are you surprised?
We're just as
You can cook pilau. Oh my
God.
God.
Oh.
Unaipikia lini? Just because I said I can cook does not mean I'm going to ever cook for you.
Yeah. Like,
You
who
know?
is you?
So I think it's time perhaps, and also just the shock that people often have when they realize I am as Tanzanian as they are.
Yeah.
And the only challenge would be perhaps I grew up outside and maybe my Kiswahili is not as perfect as theirs. But in every other sense of the word, I am as much Tanzanian as you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always find that shock absolutely fascinating.
Me too. I'm always like, interesting.
Or somebody would ask you something and then, what was the question? Let me see. Somebody asked me, like they ask you something and then you don't know. Oh, so
Yeah.
I still don't really know a lot of Tanzanian celebrities, right?
Yeah, me too.
And somebody will be like, do you know so-and-so? And I'm like, no. How fam so-and-so? I'm like, just because you raised your voice doesn't mean my answer's going to change. I still don't know the person. How come?
I just don't know them. I don't even listen to Tanzanian music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I still struggle with I like Tanzanian music, but like language barriers, like you listen to a song, unless I'm looking at the lyrics,
Yeah.
then I can kind of get it. But then still, Tanzanian artists have a habit of saying one thing and meaning something totally different. And I think there was one particular song that I used to like. I'm not even going to say which one. I used to love that song and I used to sing it a lot. And someday someone told me what the song was actually about. And I was like,
Gobsmacked.
I sang this in front of my parents.
That's
I'm so glad my parents don't know what this song means.
Because I just felt like, what?
I had a
And
moment of premium embarrassment.
Swahili is one of those languages where somebody can insult you politely. Does that make sense?
Oh my God. What is it with that?
Like they can dirty talk in the nicest way until it's like confuse the enemy. For real.
And you never get it. You never get it. Like, yeah, so the language aspect is still something that I really, yeah, now that we're actually talking about it, yeah, language is definitely top two. Time, language. Yeah. Yeah, so that was mine. What's your favorite episode?
I think I really related a lot to Charlotte and everything that she went through. I could like relate, and Faye, like everyone was my favorite because they both.
You have to have one and why.
Okay, Charlotte. I'll take Charlotte's episode because we really dove into what it meant to be a diaspora baby.
Yeah.
Coming back home, especially as a lady, and navigating like around life, languages, meeting new people, integrating, especially since she's the type who said that, she likes putting on makeup like me and like, going out into the world and everything. And I love the fact that she didn't let that devour her, Yeah. Instead, she was like, it kind of enforced her confidence in a way. And I could really relate to that. And I was like, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So both episodes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mine was with Faith. I mean, yes, I did love the Charlotte one, but since you've mentioned it.
Yeah. Sorry, it's okay.
So my second favorite would be the one that we did with Faith.
Yeah.
It's a bit biased, I guess, because she's somebody I've known for years. Yeah. We've grown up in the same environment, but I've loved seeing how she has just blossomed. She's not the Faith that I knew in Namibia, and it's such a beautiful thing to watch. And also knowing that in this journey of her blossoming, she's the lessons that she's picked, the challenges vikwazo that she's met. It's how do I put it? I'm trying to not be so biased, but yes.
It's refreshing.
It's refreshing, you know. And I know I was actually joking with her afterwards. I was like, if we go back to Namibia right now, people will be like, you guys are not the same as you left. Like, it's such a beautiful growth to see. Yeah. So yeah, Faith was one of my favorite episodes after Charlotte. Yeah. Charlotte was just touching on everything.
Yeah, Charlotte really hit the...
Charlotte was basically voicing everything that I dealt with and faced and all of that. Yeah. Okay. What's the... Okay, we don't post this, but what's the funniest thing somebody said off camera?
Off camera?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't really remember that right now. But on camera, I can't remember word to word, but I just know the funniest episode for me was with Jafari. Because I was just so
fascinated by his blondness.
Yeah. I was like, wow. Yeah. I think that was,
Okay. All right. So, we're not on our social media today, so we're not really going to look at the comments that people have left, but suffice it to say, we've had some interesting feedback.
Yeah.
I told you guys earlier about that gentleman who reached out to us on socials.
So cute,
That was really nice. And we're preempting it, but we really hope to actually have him when he visits.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should I tell them?
Yeah, can tell them a little bit.
Should I tell them?
So they can, like a cliffhanger.
So somebody recently found out through African ancestry DNA testing that they are Tanzanian. And
like a big majority of the DNA is Tanzanian.
Unknowingly, they've actually also been following our podcast. This person is based in North Carolina, in the US. I think that's the US, right?
Howdy, partner.
Yeah. So they're based in the US and reached out to us on socials. Thankful for the podcast. He's been following the podcast, and now that he knows it's Tanzanian, he's actually planning a trip next year, and we're so excited to meet him. It's such a nice little feeling,
like,
we're connecting people. We're connecting people, So one word for the season.
One word for the season?
Round up the season. What's your one word for the season?
Astonishing.
Oh, damn. We're going big words. Look at how Eric is looking at you.
Yeah, that would be my word for the season.
Astonishing.
Astonishing.
Why?
Because I feel like I've met people that I can relate to. I've downloaded information that I never would have had access to if it wasn't for this season, you know, like, and it's really shone a light. Like, we see you guys. It's kind of like put a light on people, because I feel like sometimes when people from the diaspora come back home, they kind of put their heads down and they're trying to navigate with their heads down. But I feel like this season has really shone a light on these people. And it's like, we see you, we know your struggles, and don't worry, keep going. Yeah. It's pretty
My
cool.
one word would be therapeutic.
Therapeutic, yeah.
I've actually enjoyed this entire season. I've always looked forward to coming and, you know, shooting and talking to people. I love listening to people's stories, you know, so hearing the similarities, hearing the challenges, hearing how people are figuring out life, how people are navigating. It was very therapeutic for me because I'm not crazy.
Yeah, you're not
You
crazy.
know, I'm
You're
sure
not making this up.
I wasn't making
It's
it
not
up.
all in
You know,
your
these
head.
were all shared traumas, and it was very comforting knowing that there's so many other people out there. But it was also just a reminder that this shouldn't have just. It wasn't a spur of the moment thing. It was a very much needed conversation, and I'm glad we got to do it.
Yes.
I'm glad we got to start it, and I love how people who came here very closed up found themselves opening up so much, and you know, people like Mahatma walked away being like, oh my god, I needed that.
Yeah.
You know, that was the idea, that was the goal. So
Yeah.
it wasn't just therapeutic to the guests, but also to me.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's my one word for this particular
So
season.
season 1 is astonishingly therapeutic. Yes.
Yes. All right. So, as I said earlier, we're going on a little production break, guys. Thank you for being with us through the first season of Hello Tanzania.
Yeah.
We will be back with
This is not goodbye,
a
Tanzania.
whole lot more very, very soon. Yani tunaenda tu kupumzika
It's just a
kidogo.
little hiatus,
We
you
just
guys.
need like
Don't
a
miss
little
us too much.
vacation. Yeah. Hapa tukitoka, we're going to ask our boss to go just on like a little short leave,
Yeah.
like a few days, recharge, come up with better ideas,
Yeah.
and then we'll be right back. So until season 2, we are going to keep reminding you guys on our socials. We're definitely going to be sharing the current episodes. Keep watching, keep commenting if you have questions.
Yes.
If you know
Reach
of
out.
returning diaspora babies, families,
Yeah.
you know, different walks of life, you're more than welcome to share your stories with
Yeah, for
us.
sure.
We would love to have you on the show.
We're nice
You know, we're very nice people. As she said, you know, so it's kind of sad that we have to round this up. I know I'm rambling a lot, and Eric has already given me the time outside.
No, stop being sad. We're coming back for season 2.
I mean, yeah, we are coming
We're
back,
coming
but
back,
like,
guys. It's not
season
goodbye,
1 is such
Tanzania.
like it's such a
Hello,
win.
Tanzania.
It's such a win. It's such
Yeah.
a
It was
a
good.
joy
Yeah.
to actually deliver.
Yeah.
You know, get
and
it done.
deliver we did.
Yes. So we're rounding up. It's not the end of Hello Tanzania. Find us on YouTube, on AfriPods, on Spotify, and of course Instagram on the Citizen TZ, as well as the Citizen Styles, and also our personal
Pages.
If you go on the Citizen Styles, you'll find our
You'll
personal
find
pages
us
there. But yes, do engage with us. Leave your comments. Leave your questions. We are not above, you know, the
Replying.
petty. We like the petty, you know. Keep it spicy.
Yeah.
Keep it interesting. And so, yes, until season 2, guys, it's been a joy being with you guys. It's been a joy hosting. And yes, we are out.